Welcome to my channel. 8 signs you're not compatible with your partner. Just as peanut butter and jelly go together perfectly, so do young children and inviting mud puddles. Both you and your partner should feel that you were destined to be together whenever you're together. However, that satisfying bond can't be maintained if two people can't get along. The lack of compatibility is a major issue, and it's not the same thing as a lack of attraction. Your heart may race as you notice an attractive person across the room. Physical attraction and infatuation are two of these feelings. You may meet that person and the sparks remain. However, after getting to know them and going on a few dates with them, it's possible that you two aren't compatible. You two may be too different to stay together even if they seem nice and your friends and family like them. People can be blindsided by love and fail to recognize their significant differences from their partners. It usually ends in a painful breakup for both parties involved. You should exercise caution and keep an eye out for these 8 warning signs of a potential compatibility mismatch. Sign number 1. You share no common interests. People who share similar interests tend to congregate. How did you two meet, and what were some of the first things that drew you to each other? Compatibility is what really matters in a relationship, so it's important even if physical attraction comes first. One counterargument is that opposites attract, as the adage goes. Although this is true to a certain extent, sharing a common interest is essential for bonding with another person. It's possible you're incompatible if you and your partner can't or won't try new things together. Sign number 2. When you fight dirty and often. Couples who claim to never have an argument are either lying or being dishonest with themselves. Even if you're in a relationship, you and your partner are still distinct people who see and understand the world in different ways. The conflict between horns is inevitable. Compatible couples, on the other hand, know each other well and work to keep arguments at a manageable level. Every one of you is smart enough to know when the conversation is getting heated and which buttons to avoid pushing. Although you may have the occasional fight, you and your partner rarely have major disagreements. Take note, however, if you and your partner fight more than you cuddle. It's also a red flag if one or both of you resort to calling each other names and hurling deeply hurtful insults. In this case, you've created an incompatible war zone rather than a loving environment. Sign number 3. You can't get along due to your diverse backgrounds. Adults who fall in love and learn to appreciate and celebrate each other's cultural backgrounds are a sight to behold. Integrating 2 cultures requires compromise, but it's doable. If you and your partner come from different backgrounds, cultures, or countries, you'll need a lot of love and patience to make it as a couple. Sadly, some couples simply cannot compromise because their values and traditions are so fundamentally different from one another. Families and the methods you use to raise children are a common source of contention for both sides. It could be time to reevaluate your relationship if neither of you is willing to give an inch and you find yourself at odds with each other on a regular basis. Sign number 4. You have different plans for the future. Destiny requires that you take action, so plan for the future. Teenagers and young adults go through a lot of transitions as they develop. Plan the steps you need to take to reach your goals once you have a clearer picture of how to get there. You should remember that your significant other also has dreams. Having different goals in mind need not keep you apart. When 2 people fall in love, their individual ambitions become intertwined in whatever ways they see fit. Do they bring up the future in conversation with you, or do they keep it to themselves? Will they be in the final painting? Maybe you weren't meant to be together if you two can't have an open dialogue and agree to disagree on certain issues. Sign number 5. When you don't get along, you feel unsafe in the relationship. Security, both physically and emotionally, is one of the most basic human needs. Of course, your primary concern is to be confident in yourself. You can't rely on others to do it for you. Humans, on the other hand, require security in their relationships. You need to know that your partner has your back and is looking out for your best interests. They will be loyal to you and your greatest supporter in life. What if you aren't safeguarded in any way? Are you having second thoughts about your partner's sincerity, love, and fidelity? If you can't make each other feel secure and trusted, it's likely that you're not a good match. Sign number 6. When you have opposing views on finances, you are incompatible. It's been said that disagreements over money are the leading cause of tension in couples. The National Library of Medicine published a study finding that money wasn't the primary source of conflict, but it was a major motivator in many others. In the study, money disputes were found to be particularly persistent and difficult to resolve. The majority of your decisions as a couple will be influenced by money. If you decide to live together or have children, your financial security is critical. To have compatible goals for the future, you must be on the same financial page. Your chances of having a disagreement about money with a friend increase if you both have joint accounts. Having fundamentally different perspectives on how to earn, save, and spend money can put a severe strain on any relationship. It's going to be very difficult to live together amicably if they're wasteful and you're not. Sign number 7. Your values don't match. Finding a romantic partner who respects and supports your beliefs is important. All ideologies and faiths are equally irrelevant here. How a person treats others and how they see the world can be inferred from their values. Someone who disagrees with your morals is not necessarily evil. Perhaps having strong ties to one's extended family is an important part of one's set of core values. It's possible that your partner would rather not spend any time with your family. If you are committed to your faith, you may act in accordance with certain values. It might not mesh well with the beliefs of your significant other. Such disagreements can become unpleasant when holidays, relatives, and potential offspring are in the mix. Some of the differences are subtle enough to be disregarded. In spite of this, you must share a commitment to love, honesty, faithfulness, and responsibility. If two people aren't compatible, it's hard for them to stay together. Sign number 8. You sense negative energies. Butterflies in your stomach is a common metaphor for the feeling of falling in love. When they are in the presence of their loved ones, they feel an instant surge of happiness. You and your partner have faith in that eternal spark despite each other's faults. And what if the spark looks more like a burn and the butterflies are more like moths? It's imperative that you listen to your intuition. The ones you love may seem flawless on the outside, but you know deep down that they aren't. The sooner an incompatibility is uncovered, the better. Expecting a partner to change before getting serious is asking for heartache. Focus on your feelings and try to see things from other people's perspectives. Conclusions regarding couple incompatibility. Being in a relationship implies that you belong together. That's not to say you won't have conflicts and heartbreaks, but incompatibility makes things impossible. Minor issues, on the other hand, you can handle, especially if you're both on the same page. Thank you for watching.